Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Joe Saw about season 4 of Cobra Kai, streaming now worldwide on Netflix. He, of course, plays Kyler in Cobra Kai. Welcome back to the show, man. It's so good to see you.
Thank you, Pete. Yeah, it feels great to be back, and I can't wait to just interact with everybody.
Man, it's crazy. I mean, it's interesting too because the first time we did the interview, it just dropped on YouTube, so we're just talking about it. And then we did one before season 3, but I didn't see season 3. We couldn't really talk much about it. Now season 4 is out, so we could talk about it. So that's weird. So is it weird for you sometimes when you do interviews or talk or interact where there's different kind of stages and waves where it's like before a season's out, after a season? Like every interview or interaction is going to be different depending on the time, right?
Most definitely, and everything kind of just gets mixed up in our like minds because you don't know which season we're filming. We don't want to give anything away. Make sure we don't do spoilers and stuff because, the fans would go crazy if we did. So that's not cool. And I just, thank God for this journey, right? This is crazy.
When did you know? Because it was a big deal when it was announced that Kyler was returning to Cobra Kai, right? It was in the trailer for season 3. When did you know, though, as an actor, that season 4 was going to be the All Valley tournament? Like, when did you know that?
Oh, that it would be the All Valley.
Yes, correct.
We don't know really anything beforehand until we get the script. And once we get the script, then you're like, oh, this season is All Valley. Oh, we need to stretch up and start working out, back to the grind. It's just that we get it whenever everybody else gets it. And so far it's been incredible. It's the All Valley. It was filmed in season 4 by a group of the stunt team, and that stunt team, they made everything look easy. You know what I mean? So they gave us the heads up. We trained, we practiced and we got our results.
Because everyone was excited too, because season 3 obviously leaves off, it's going to be the All Valley tournament. Everyone was pumped for that. That was the big kind of narrative about the tournament.
Right. But you never knew it would be coming in season 4 or the next, they could have developed more on the story. So
we go right into the tournament. And Cobra Kai win. Kyler is a champion, but is he? Is he? Are you? You got this. Kyler has this swag and confidence that just kind of drizzles throughout this season a lot, where he's the guy. But it's interesting to me because he's still one of the newer guys to Cobra Kai, right? One of the newest members. That's interesting.
Sure.
Did you have fun with that character a little bit? Because it's an interesting situation for Kyler. He's new, but not really, if you think about it.
Right, since season 1, right? But it's good to be part of a group, an ensemble, and it felt a little bit more structured for Kyler, where he was part of the wrestling team, but now he's part of this martial arts team as well. So it's just kind of I think just to develop more upon his character, it was so much fun to do so. And credit to the writers, they have just let me explore it as much as I can, or whatever, they let me loose. And it was just really fun to explore this character, just to give him more layers.
Yeah.
Than someone who's just always angry. Because honestly, I think Kyler, his character, his main emphasis, his main goals is to have fun.
Yep.
If someone messes up his vibe, his fun, then he'll get triggered, But other than that, he's all about just having a good time, and that's what Kyler's about.
Kyler's been on 3 seasons because you were in season 1. You weren't in, you left in season 2 for your summer break because he was too cool for all the people, and then you're back for season 3. So 3 seasons of Kyler. So Josa has been part of 3 seasons of Cobra Kai. You obviously know a little bit like what to expect with the craziness, but this is one of the biggest shows on the planet. These are some of the best fans from all around the world. This is just insane. Every time it drops, has it been as crazy as you thought it would be?
In the beginning, before like Netflix, before everything, no, we didn't expect any of this to snowball into something this massive. And you know what? It's all because of the fans. It's you guys. It's everyone that's been supporting the show, who's been watching it 2-3 times, like binge watching a whole season within a couple of days or even a day. And to me, that's insane. It's just it's something that I couldn't have guessed or even like, hey, let's, it was, definitely out of left field. And it was the greatest surprise and greatest blessing that we could ever think of, and truly, truly blessed and truly, truly thankful for all the fans that are out there.
But here's the thing, dude. It launched on New Year's Eve, the 31st, right? It's January 2nd. It hasn't even been a week.
I know. I know. It's crazy. And they already finished it. I literally have people watching it 2 straight times in a row, 2-3 straight times in a row. I'm just like, whoa. And they know lines already. They're like quoting lines. Memes are starting to appear. And we're like number 1 in like, I don't know how many countries, but
dude, it's crazy though. Like
it's nuts.
Every time I drop my Cobra Kai, because Pop Turner, we love Cobra Kai. We love doing all these interviews.
And we love Pop Turner. Shout out.
That. Well, no, it's just like I did an interview with Dallas Young, who plays Kenny. I did an interview with Griffin, who plays Anthony. Just exploding because people love the rivalry. Like it's just like it's nuts, man.
And Una as well.
Yeah.
For all the young, newer cast members. Amazing, right? Like they did a fantastic job. They held their own and they came in as professionals. They performed like professionals. And hopefully the Cobra Kai fandom can really push them as well. Like, just cheer them on and encourage them as much as possible.
I think people really, because there's a lot to love about season 4. There's a lot of storylines. I mean, the Terry Silver stuff is just insanity, absolute chaos. But like how it ends, like,
great chaos.
Like
he's amazing.
How
Thomas,
it ends, like
oh gosh,
oh my god,
yeah, it's poetic almost, right?
Pretty much.
Rough.
But people love the Anthony LaRusso Kenny Payne rivalry because it reminds them
brewing.
But it reminds them of the Karate Kid. It's the same thing with Danny, Johnny, and Ali. Now you have Kenny,
the whole circle.
Anthony, and Leah. Right? It's like the same thing. Like people love that. It pays homage to the movie. Did you notice that a little bit?
Of course. Yeah. Of course. The parallelisms are all there. It's just kind of ironic as well. So that adds to like the drama, because the one doing the bullying is on the LaRusso side this time. So it's definitely there. It's definitely a fresh take on Karate Kid, as in like completely different parallel universe almost, but it's very ironic. This whole like drama, this whole series, it relies on the irony of a lot of things where, like one day you'll be rooting for Cobra Kai, but then you're like, wait a second, why are they acting so evil? They're almost more brutal than Cobra Kai. Like, like how can you cheer on? And then you see the dynamics and people, the fans, like, kind of like reflecting, like, who am I supposed to cheer for this time? Like when
100%.
things are going bad. Exactly. And I think that's what is such a great draw to this series.
One of
So
my
it's real.
Absolutely. One of my favorite scenes is obviously like the drive-in movie theater scene.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
you have that interaction with Dallas Young where you're
right.
giving him orders because you want your food and everything.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah,
what were
yeah.
some of
I'm
those
just giving
scenes?
him a hard
But
time.
what were
It's
some
all
of those?
tough love.
What were some of those scenes like? Because obviously, like Kyler, when he's talking like that, he's very like over the top, right? Like it's very like
Mhm.
intense. So like, were there like was it something like did your castmates have a hard time like keeping in laughs sometimes because you're like you're just like you're just going into him, you know, with your order. You
I
know?
am. I am. It was definitely fun. It was a really cold night, I remember, but it was fun. We all had a we all had a blast. Like AJ was right next to me. He
Yeah.
plays Edwin, by the way.
Hmm.
And like during the times that, yeah, I think we bonded really well. Like you could see, like even during the break time, we would throw on music in the cars, and we would just all day
Hmm.
be dancing. And
Cobra
so
Kai's
it's just a
building a
great
squad though,
atmosphere.
man. Are they not built like the squad
Oh yeah,
is getting
oh
built?
yeah. The squad is real.
Yeah.
We'll see where this goes, but it's definitely it's yeah, it's growing. It's getting more powerful. Yeah, we'll see where this goes.
Is it hard to be a storyteller in this landscape of this show where it's so popular and so quick in terms of people have already watched it 2 times, whereas it hasn't even been out a month and people are
Right.
already asking you about season 5?
Season
But
5. Exactly.
like, yeah, is it hard? It's hard, right?
Right, of
Yeah.
course. Like, of course, I want to tell everybody like what's gonna happen. And it was so much fun doing this part, and or throwing this kid around, or just like whatever. But I can't give anything away. But it's been great. It's been so much fun, and credit to the writers. Yeah, and the big three.
Yeah. No, the big
They're just
three.
brilliant.
What's something you could tell me in terms of the interactions and the kind of spitballing ideas and the chatting with the big three, with Josh, Hayden, and John? What's that like, kind of? Because people have
Um,
had some really good things to say just about even the little kind of small talk before takes and stuff. Like it's nothing but great
mhm.
things. You know what I mean? So
Right. I think one thing that makes them uh, stand out is just that when you get to talk to them, even small talk and stuff, they have so much input. Like it's like three brilliant brains coming together, but they're all pretty much in sync.
yeah,
So I think that's a great thing, because since they're friends in real life, I think that's what adds to getting their point across better
yeah,
to for actors. And
100%. Yeah.
to me, yeah, and to me that is so helpful. And not only them, but the surrounding artists that they have, the supporting, I'm saying not artists, writers that they have.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, Joe, Luan, Michael, they're all just, yeah, they're all in sync. They're all friends, like
Hmm.
they know each other. They meet each other like out of work, and it's been great. Like they're all in sync, and that's what I think adds to the chemistry that we could bounce back and forth with ideas. And they're also really easy to be inclusive with. Like they
Hmm.
would definitely like have you go, hey, they'll reach out. What do you think about this? And you feel totally comfortable, like going up to them and just be like, hey, I don't know about this part, or like, why is it this way? And they give you enough freedom to actually, like hit back with ideas. And to me, that's great,
It's
and that's what
amazing.
makes this art great. Yeah.
And they're
And
the guys, right? Like that's the squad. Like those are the
it
guys,
is the
right?
squad. It is the squad. Like them, and then we have a plethora of directors that are also involved, and they're just, yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
A
yeah.
non Cobra Kai question, kind of before we wrap up this interview. Joe Saw is a storyteller. That's what you do. You're a storyteller. Whether it's like whether
Mhm.
people act, write, direct, produce, you're all storytellers. What
Okay.
excites you about storytelling?
Um, I think it's the way stories can move people. So to me, that's, I think, the greatest joy
Yeah.
someone who tells stories could have, is more than any awards or anything. It's just how we can move people's hearts, move people to, laugh, cry, shout, be bitter. I think those are such powerful things that I, as an artist, like just strive for. And
I was about to say, are you talking about Kyler and Cobra Kai?
Sure. I love to make people cry.
Bitter.
Throw people across the windows, just that's what Kyler does.
Man.
Kyler, like I think hopefully we get to see more of his background, why he is the way he is. And,
he's all over the place more than people think, He's pretty all over the place, yeah.
He is. He's a fun guy. Very fun guy. A lot of energy.
A lot of energy. I didn't see the energy in season 1 like at all though. And you saw it a little bit in like season 2, but like you see it a little bit. He has more of like the jerk jock in season 1, right? And then you see him like
but still a lot of energy. But like you see that because they didn't focus too much on Kyler as like too much. Like the reason why he gets triggered and stuff is there's people that want to mess up his vibe. Like Miguel didn't have to snitch in the liquor store, like when I'm just trying to get beers with the fellas. There's no reason for him to kill his vibe. Like there's no reason for Miguel to also take his girlfriend. So like things like that is what triggers Kyler. And you see just the darker side of Kyler during that time. Whereas in 3, 4, we get to see more of like, there's also a lighter side to him or a brighter side. And this is the reason, like he is striving to always have fun. Yeah, absolutely. Like that's his mentality.
But he's got a bit of like a one-track mind though too. Don't forget about
absolutely that. Girls, fun, booze.
It's amazing. What was it? What was it like just filming with everyone again? Just seeing everyone again, and like, what was it like?
It's great.
Yeah,
it's seriously great.
These are some of your best friends now, like ever.
Yeah,
right?
they're just exactly. And we've been together for like 5 years now.
Yeah,
and it's been great. It's like a family. Even on set, out of the set, we all hang out. We just love each other's company. And that's how it is.
No, it's amazing. Jove, thank you so much for coming back on Popternative, man. It's your third time on the show, man. Do I have to get you anything, like a mug or something? Are you part of the Three Timers Club now, man?
You have to hire me?
That's what Johnny said too. He's like, I've been on 4 times. Am I like your co-host or something? I'm like, I guess so. I apologize for not drafting you.
I'm honored to be part of this. Part of your interviews and your show. And,
I appreciate it.
Man. And absolutely. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, so people can watch season 4 right now. They can follow you, right? On Instagram is where you're most active?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So, IG, TikTok.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. Until next time, this is Joe So plays Kyler, who you can catch him in season 4 of Cobra Kai, streaming now on Netflix, and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.